to me that it's very difficult to become financially free in 2024. Well, listen, I'm actually here standing in Salford, Manchester, in one of my students' mastermind students in service accommodation. Absolutely incredible individual. His name is Chidiben. You're not going to get to meet him in a minute. But right now, I'm going to show you guys a little tour of this amazing 3-bed service accommodation. Then we're going to sit with him and have a chat. Let's go! My brother Chidiben, man. How you doing, bro?
Good, welcome.
Bro, this is a lovely house, man. Jesus Christ, man. Let's talk about the number, man. Let's grab a seat, let's have a chat. Let's talk about some numbers, bro.
Alright.
Because I really love this place. First thing first, thank you for welcoming me and inviting me into your service accommodation unit. Appreciate it, my bro.
You're welcome, brother.
Amazing, man. So before we get started in property, why don't you obviously just start by telling us a little bit about you, where you came from, how long you've been in the UK, a little bit about the backstory. Who's the real Chidiben?
So basically, Chidibem is Nigerian. I moved to the UK in 2020 October.
So you came to the UK in 2020?
Yeah.
All right. And when you came to the UK, what were you doing with yourself?
So basically, I came for studies. I came for my MBA. But even before I came to the UK, I've always wanted to get into business. I've always wanted to do something for myself. While I was in school, I was already plotting graphs on what to do next after school and all of that. So that was how I got into property.
So when you say your MBA, for those who do not understand what MBA is it like a different basketball league? What does MBA stand for?
So it's Master of Business Administration.
Okay, so
it's a master's degree for people, for business leaders or people looking to get into businesses.
okay, so you did a master's in business.
Yeah.
And when you done this master's, what do you do right after that?
Just before I finished my studies, like I said earlier, I was already looking at things to do. And at that point, I already saw you on YouTube. And
Okay.
I was already researching. And
So while you were doing your studies, you saw me on YouTube?
yeah, I was
All
already
right.
researching on YouTube.
Amazing. So when you left your studies, you went straight into property or
Yeah,
did you
I went straight into properties.
Okay, and what year was that?
To be honest, 2021.
2021. All right, cool. But you only joined the mastermind in 2024. So that means there's a 3-year gap. What happened in that 3 years?
Long story. A lot happened in the time within that short period. First, it was me trying to convince myself to do this because I came from a business background where my dad, everybody around me were business people back home. I have uncles who were importers. I have people who are doing really well for themselves in businesses, and even back home, I was into business, so I was like my father's manager. So my father deals in building materials. So I have my dad, I have my uncles doing really well for themselves in business. So I have never done a formal 9-to-5 job. So moving to the UK at 30, I was already thinking about navigating that path where you are trying to struggle for job with people younger than yourself, people in their early 20s. So I just, so at that point, I was trying to convince myself about what I wanted to do. So within that 3-year period, I was doing the convincing. I started coming out to events, property network events. I took on 2 properties with a business partner, Joey. Shout out to Joey. I lost one of the properties because we had to go separate ways.
Okay.
Yeah, Joey took on one property, I took on the other.
Okay.
And then it has been me trying to navigate the waves.
Okay.
Finally, I landed in 2024 with 7 properties right now.
Okay, cool. So we'll get to that in a minute. So you said that quite a few things that you said, but most importantly, what I heard you say was that a lot of the 3 years was trying to was doing a lot of convincing to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So could you kindly just touch on that a little bit as to what you mean by convincing yourself?
So when I say convincing myself, it takes a lot to go a separate way, where people are coming into the country to to work, to get a job, and build a life for themselves and find stability. You are looking to start a business. You are not from here. You don't know anything about this place. So it should take you a whole lot of decision. It should take a whole lot of a very strong mind, a very strong will to go this path. So that was what I meant by trying to convince myself. So I'll be doing this. I'm looking to build stability through this, which, by God's grace, right now, I would say I'm more stable than I was 3 years ago. Yeah, so that was what I meant by
Okay. So you
trying to
said
convince myself.
understood. Understood. So you said your family obviously have been in multiple different sorts of business.
Yeah, yeah.
So you have to convince yourself that property is the right vehicle.
Yeah, for
and
me,
not the
yeah.
traditional businesses. Totally understand, man. So we met earlier this year, didn't we?
Yeah.
About February, March, and you came in and you went straight into the mastermind. You're like, I know what I need. I don't need to. I just need to do the mastermind. And when you joined, I remember you having one property. That you're thinking of giving back because it wasn't doing too well.
Yeah.
I think for 2 years, I remember you telling me for 2 years you had it, but it wasn't making any money.
Yeah. So like I said about taking on 2 properties with my business partner. So we took on the property. So backstory, we attended events.
Yeah.
And after the events, you were told the amount to pay.
Right.
To get on.
And you're not like, no way, I'm not paying
And
this.
and I'm like, no.
Typical Nigerian.
No, I'm a Nigerian. You can't take out 12 grand from me. It's too much. So I had to find a way around it.
So you went out there and do it yourself.
Right. Yeah. So myself and my business partner, both of us were Nigerians, Igbo brothers as well. So we thought about doing it ourselves, and that decision was, I think, I would say, the worst decision we made.
Yeah.
To be honest, thinking back, I honestly believe that if we had used the money we used in getting these properties, if we had invested it into knowledge, we probably would have been better off than what we are right now. So,
absolutely, and it's a good thing that you say that, because I went through the exact same thing as well, and that's why today when I tell people that, listen, as long as you're going to be doing property, as long as you're actually going to be doing it, money must leave your account.
Yeah.
You can't stop it. The difference is that which will give you the best return on investment.
Yeah.
Is it putting it into one property and hoping that it works, or is it putting it into yourself and making sure that it works?
Yeah.
And that's the difference. So it's a good thing, obviously, you went through it the bad way. You go a few L's. When I met you, you had this one property, losing your money for like 2 years.
For 2 years, yeah.
And I'm like, bro, what do you mean losing money for 2 years? Like, you go get rid of it. Like, are you running a charity or something?
To be honest, I made the first £500 from the property this year.
Wow.
In 2 years.
That's good, man. That's good. Well done. So that one, you still got that one?
Yeah, I still got that.
All right, cool. So when I met you, you had one struggling property, right? Now, fast forward, 6 months?
Yeah.
How many properties have you got in your portfolio right this second to this day? Number 7 in 7 months. And together, how much is all of the properties making you average on an average month? £4,500. Completely financially free. Not bad from a guy from Nigeria, is it?
No, not bad.
Well done, my bro. Really proud of you, man. So that doesn't even include this one that we're in right now.
No, that doesn't include this one.
And you just got this one.
And I just got this one.
And you have got another one that's literally down the road.
Yes.
So the one down the road, how much is that one making you?
So that one is a 3-bedroom as well,
Okay.
like this one. That one, last month, it made me £1,200.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So if we just do some simple maths, because this one is identical, in the same area, same amount of rooms, it's likely that you can get...
be making me some amount of
All
money.
right, cool. So you got this property here. This is your 7th one in your 6-7 months being on the mastermind.
Yeah.
So what have you learned on the mastermind? Like, there's someone obviously watching this thinking about doing the mastermind. Like, how would you describe it to them? How would you explain it? Like, what's been the difference?
So if I have someone thinking of getting onto mastermind, I would tell the person, pay the sacrifice. You don't want to go through what I went through. And I think investing in yourself is the most important thing you need to do in property business, because yes, there are lots of information on YouTube. You can get all the information you need on YouTube, but aside getting the information, there are some other in-house information and guidance and mentoring that YouTube would never give you.
Absolutely.
So this is the reason why you should get onto the mastermind.
Amazing, man. Well done. And you are correct. Like, YouTube is obviously good, right? But trying to get the right information from YouTube is trying to like find a needle in a haystack. Because one time you might hear someone say, "Listen, to go to the landlords first and then pitch them rent to rent there." Somebody might do another video saying, "Don't make sure you tell them before you." So it's like contradicting information, and like, which one is correct?
Yeah, so to be honest, I think it was the number of videos I consumed on YouTube that made me not go on to the first mastermind. Pay the amount, because I was like, bro, it's the same thing that you're saying is on YouTube, and I've watched loads of YouTube videos, and I'm like, I can do this. I don't have to pay anyone any money. So, bro, yeah.
But it's different.
In retrospect, I should have. But yeah, I'm thankful I'm here now.
100%. And I think you know what? Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
You're actually not you are not the first student who's obviously gone somewhere else or hasn't done training and then come to me and then obviously been fixed. I think I get a lot of students who's gone out there and failed, but then they come to me, which I say, you know what? I'm glad it did, because sometimes in life, bad things have to happen to you
I agree.
to push you in the right direction.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what you did. You know, you took a few L, but you're like, you know what it is? I still believe in the vision. I still believe that property works. And hence the reason why you're here. So that's really amazing, man. You've been in the UK for 4 years. 4 years?
Yeah.
2020. October 2020.
And we are in October.
And we are in October. So exactly 4 years. Yeah. By the way, this is a phenomenal month, October. It's the year that I was born, so it's a very phenomenal month, right? So 4 years you've been in the country, and in 4 years you got 6 properties that's making you 4.5K, and you now got the 7th, which should bring you an extra £1,200.
The 8th one is on the road.
The 8th one is on the road.
Yeah, because I went for the viewing yesterday.
This is why I like this guy, man. So what's next for you, man? Obviously, you know, it's like you've grasped it. Because since I met you till now, you're a completely different person. You're a lot more confident. What would you say has changed from since then till now?
So, a whole lot has changed. The confidence part of it, the belief in myself that this is what I have to do, this is what I need to do, and I need to focus on it. So the confidence, the network I have grown over time, being able to be around you and your team, and also the level of information I have gathered over time makes me feel that yes, I can do this. I am, and I don't need someone else to tell me that I can do this. I know I can do it.
And especially when you're around a bunch of winners,
exactly.
It robs you of a reason why you can't do it. Which I mean, the mastermind is obviously, you know, phenomenal network. A few days ago, we were on the boat party, weren't we?
Yeah.
How was that?
Great.
So
it was an amazing experience.
Really good, man. So if there's someone watching this video, one of the things I started in property, you know, what sort of advice would you give to them?
Go to Instagram, find Evans Really, send me a DM.
Appreciate that, man. So listen, guys, you heard it from the guy himself, Chidiben, fresh from Nigeria, 4 years in the country, 4.5K. Now we're about to do amazing things together. Chidiben obviously wants to be part of the team, and hopefully we can obviously find, you know, a spot for Chidiben to obviously, you know, come in the team and give back and support and help other individuals. Listen, if you want to become like Chidiben, if you want to learn how to do this, there's a link around this video. Click the link, come down to a free event, let's connect. Have a good evening. Subscribe and like this video. Have a good night. Bye-bye.